Welcome to Attenuation, a weekly podcast where two friends come together to drink beer, discuss beer styles and trends, and just generally ruminate on the meaning of life, aka beer. If you enjoy your time with us, we invite you to become a weekly listener and subscribe to the podcast. Without further ado, here is this week's episode.
Hello, and welcome to episode 99 of Attenuation, a beer podcast. My name is Jason, and I'm joined by my best friend since 8th grade, Stephen.
Hello.
We're almost to 100, sir.
I know, it's crazy. On the brink.
It's a lot of episodes.
It's the slow march to 100.
We were going so strong, and then I had a baby.
It's really funny. I casually listen to a few other beer podcasts, and sometimes Spotify will just jump over to one that I never listened to. Mm-hmm. And it happened to do that the other day. So this episode just started, and it was really funny because it really was just like two friends talking about beer. And they had they're like doing their beer tasting. I was like, wow, do not have an original idea.
No.
But also it was really funny because they were like, same situation. They had been doing it more regularly, but the guy was like, I just had a baby, and I was like, wow, we are really not original.
Yeah, we got to meet these guys. It's like us in a parallel universe.
Exactly. So, yeah, it happens. Life happens.
Yeah,
babies happen.
It's a lot of work.
I don't know how babies happen, but they do, I guess.
But she's a lot of fun. And we're super excited. I guess we got to get into the episode, but Steven's coming to visit me in California.
Yep, just a few more days.
So we'll be doing our next episode live. Not live. It'll be recorded, but I mean in person.
We will be live.
Yeah. No.
That's great.
So anyways,
making promises. We're gonna
I know we're gonna live stream. No, we are not gonna live stream. There will be babies crying in the background if we live stream. But yeah, today we're just going to cover kind of like a variety of random things. So we're calling this Odds and Ends number 2.
So for that episode 100, when we're together,
mm-hmm.
or is it just going to be me and you like drinking ridiculously amazing beers all at the same time?
We could do that. I mean, we can get into it, but...
like multiple whales.
Yeah, we'll just drink. You know that we always say drink your cellar. We'll just drink my entire cellar.
We'll just drink. Yeah. Okay.
Just open everything. That'd be fun.
The attenuation bottle share.
Yeah, it's just the two of us though. We would die. Yep. You got to bring those. What are those alcohol blocker pills called?
Oh yeah, I need to stock up on those. Start taking them now.
Yeah, exactly. Build all the way up to the event. So anyways, well, we can get into it. Before our first segment is always, of course, drinking beer. So the way it works is I introduce my beer, give nose notes, and then Steven does the same, and then we cheers and give tasting notes. So I have a really fun beer today. It's from Four Hands Brewing Company. It's their Madagascar, which is a salted caramel. Sorry, it's an Imperial milk stout, aged in bourbon barrels with vanilla, marshmallow coffee, and this is I'm totally messing up. That's their regular one, but this is the salted peanut truffle version.
Oh, okay.
Pretty excited. It's so funny because we're always describing the way the beer looks, but this is a stout, and they all look the same. So this looks exactly what you would expect. It's very, very dark. It has brown head that was, quickly dissipating around to the edge of the rim and now is almost gone. So it looks like a stout.
Awesome.
Oh wow. The nose is a lot. Like it smells like fudge, peanut butter. I feel like I can smell the salt. Definitely chocolate, coffee, and booze. This is gonna be a monster, I think.
What's the percentage?
Let me look. It's pretty high. Not that high actually. 9.3.
Okay.
So what are you drinking today, Steven?
All right. So I have a stout as well, which is very weird because it's way too hot to be drinking a stout today, but
yeah, same.
It's a podcast, so. So this is also 9%, so we're even. This is PM Dawn from Trillium Brewing. It's an American stout with cold brewed coffee. I feel like now that I'm pouring this, I feel like I've had this on the podcast before, but maybe not.
Uh-oh. We've done too many. We've lost track.
I know. I don't remember what I have and haven't had on the podcast. But anyway, don't care. I had a Trillium beer in my fridge, so that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, well, if I ever had it. My fridge has never had a Trillium beer in it, so.
It's so weird to like have full access to them now in Texas.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I hate you.
Hey, whatever. You're getting Alchemist beers that...
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Okay, so the nose is very coffee forward, as would be expected. As far as appearance goes, very dark, oily looking, tons of lacing up the side of the glass.
Yeah, your carbonation is sticking around.
But yeah, very like clean coffee smell. Definitely some roast, like hints of maybe some dark chocolate, but it's very, very coffee forward. And then like a little vanilla iced coffee.
Nice.
All right.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
I don't know if I like this one, Steven.
Oh no.
I think I would have liked the regular Madagascar way more, but I think the salted peanut, it's like too much is going on. So first of all, there's like salt, which is fine, but it's like, I think it's a little bit too much salt.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's really present like throughout almost the entire experience, which I think if it was like a Goza or something, I don't care if it's that salt forward. And I like the idea of salt in a stout because, you know, if it's chocolatey and they're doing like peanut butter, that makes sense how it'll be a little bit salty. But
yeah,
I think it's just there's too much salt and there's like too much going on. So there's like the chocolate and the peanut butter but it's just kind of like chaotic. Yeah, I'm not having like a really cohesive experience, and then there's just too much salt, I think. So this is a thumbs down, I think.
Thumbs down. Wah, wah.
Which is a bummer. I think I really need to try to get the regular Madagascar because that one's 98.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really like the salted peanut truffle version. But I'll drink some of it. It's fine. So how was your beer?
Mine is the exact opposite. It's like perfect. This is a very, very good coffee stout.
Nice.
It's just very smooth, light to medium bodied, so very easy to drink. Just get roast coffee, a touch of sweetness from like vanilla, and I mean this is like a beer version of an iced coffee. It's just so good. You want
awesome. Yeah, can we trade?
Coffee without the coffee. So good. Like just enough of a bitter finish from the roast, but other than that, like so easy to drink.
No, that sounds awesome. So thumbs up from you.
Yes, thumbs up.
All right, so 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Not the best
That's
start.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, so I'm still sipping it. Well, we'll see. I definitely wouldn't get it again, but I'll do my best to drink it.
Choke it down.
It's not awful. It's just even now I have like this like salt taste in my mouth.
Okay, so they overdid it with the salt, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
This is not. It's not like the aftertaste you want in your mouth when you're drinking a beer like this. I don't know. All right, so do you want to just go into our assortment of topics?
Yeah, we have a bunch of odds and ends and stuff to catch up. Since it's been, what's it been? Almost a month, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, lots of stuff happened. So I try to just jot notes down now of like, oh, that's a beer thing we should talk about.
Totally. Like when you see something come up.
So these may be sort of old stories. If you have your finger on the pulse of craft beer, you might be like, that's old news.
Old news, yeah.
But if this is where you get your beer news, then we're going to catch you up.
Yeah, it's going to be rapid fire catch up.
Okay, where do you want to start?
I can do mine first.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I'm not happy. Tavour has betrayed me twice now. First, well, it wasn't Tavour, I guess. I guess Tavour's betrayed me once, and now, GLS betrayed me because they lost my Tavour crate.
Oh, right, okay.
And now Tavour betrayed me because Steven was texting me that they had Fundamental Observation on pre-order, which is my favorite beer of all time. And it's made in Anaheim, California. I live in California. I live in Northern California, though. So I desperately opened the app, and I don't see it. I'm like, where is it? I'm like, is it still on yours, Steven? He's like, yeah, it's right there. So I'm like, I close the app, reopen it, trying to get it to go. I don't see it. So I'm like, it's kind of frustrating. Maybe it's just like a glitch. So I emailed Tavour and was like, hey.
And you were noticing, too, that a few other people had put on the Instagram post.
Right. I'm so sorry. So I left that out. I jumped onto the Instagram and saw that they had announced they had it on pre-order. And then some people were like, I don't see it in my app. So I was like, I don't know. Must be a glitch or something. So I emailed them, and they responded pretty quick, like within 12 hours. And they were like, oh, since you live in California, that beer's like not offered to you. And I was like, what? They do like blackout, like regional blackouts?
You got the sports blackout.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of. But it's so frustrating because like you can only get it if you pick it up at the brewery. So like it's I'm 6 hours away, so it's not like I have easy access to it. So I was really excited because I thought I could get it through Tavour, but they're like, no. So I'm really burned.
I wonder, like, is it just the state? Like, they don't do it for the state of California? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a regulatory thing or what.
Because you could be in like Las Vegas and be technically probably closer by miles to the brewery,
right?
But if it doesn't lock you out, I don't know, it's weird.
They said, is not currently available in your state, California. It will not appear in your Tavour app. And they're like, we're sorry, we hope you still love Tavour and drink amazing beers, blah, 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 blah. So they didn't really answer why, but it's just not available in California.
Interesting.
So I was pretty bummed.
It'd be interesting to know the exact reason.
I would maybe I should reply and be like, can you tell me why? But yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a bottle logic stipulation, you know?
Yeah, it could have been.
They're trying to get it out across.
That makes sense. I just thought it was interesting, like, if they're going to offer it on pre-order, they're trying to sell, like, maybe more of it, or, I don't know. Because historically, they also don't ship it, because I've looked into, you can actually order it on the store, but they will not ship it to you. You have to go pick it up in person.
Yeah. And then, do they allow proxies or not?
They do.
Oh, they do. Okay, so you just have to have somebody go pick it up for you.
Yeah, but I don't know anyone. Actually, I do know one person in Anaheim, but
then they'd have to pick it up for you.
Then they have to mail it to me. It's like, it's a kind of a big favor to ask, especially if like a non-beer person. See, if they were a beer person, I'd be like, hey, I'll get like 4. You keep 2, and then send me 2. That'd be well worth it, right?
Right. But
yeah. They're not gonna want to drink it, so they don't care.
Yeah, that payment only works for certain people.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, that's my most recent, and then I guess I have one that I just noticed live because I opened the Tavour app just to peek, and you know how they lost that box? All those beers are listed in my beer section, so it just broke my heart again because I was like, wait, I don't have any of these, and I was like, oh, this is the box they lost.
The box I didn't get.
Yeah.
No. Oh man, you know it's funny. I saw Fundamental Observation. Obviously, like I was somewhat interested in maybe ordering it, but then I just haven't really been that active on Tavour.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go weeks like without really looking at it, and then I kind of look back at it and see. But honestly, because we've talked on here about the Tavour markup and stuff, but also I went to my local brew shop recently, and man, the markup was worse there.
Really?
I feel. So I was like, maybe I should go back to Tavour and just use that as, to get like my single beers. Because that's what hurts me at the bottle shop is going there and getting singles because they're just so expensive to buy single. But I hate buying 4-packs of stuff. I mean, yeah. I bought a 4-pack of the Parish Brewing, did a collaboration with Equilibrium Brewing called Ghost in the Laboratory.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Because Equilibrium's has their MC squared.
So it's Ghost in the Machine, and then the laboratory is that's really cool.
They have like a lot of scientific names and stuff for their beers. So yeah, that one was worth getting a 4-pack of, I figure, because I'll drink that. But there's just not a lot of beers that I want to drink 4 of, especially if I don't know if I'm gonna like them.
Well, that's the thing. If you know it's super solid, sure, get the 4-pack. But if you're just experimenting with something randomly, that's a lot. Like if I got a 4-pack of this, I would be pretty sad.
Yeah, exactly. Or a lot of Martin House sours.
Mm-hmm.
I just cannot commit to buying a 4 or a 6-pack of those. I just can't. I don't know. Like, I have so many Martin House sours in my fridge right now.
Yeah.
It's not like they were bad. It's just like they weren't great.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to like reach for those.
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So anyway, and
so you're going back to Tavour? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, possibly. The other point that brings me to is I'm kind of getting away from the hazies, like packaged hazies.
Okay. Because
I've had some bad ones recently.
Really?
And I think it was probably just because of like the storage and the transport and the time. I was like, if I want to drink a really good hazy IPA, might as well just go drink it on tap.
No, that makes total sense.
Like sours, stouts, okay, that stuff's not as,
right,
quite as affected, but man, those, and even probably a West Coast IPA is probably a little bit more stable, but those hazy IPA,
well, there's been
a long time they weren't even canned.
Oh yeah, that's true. because they just
for long.
They thought it would ruin they did. Well, isn't that why they never canned like Pliny the Younger? They just didn't want someone to drink an old one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it could put them off the whole brand. Because you got to really drink some of those things fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking. I haven't ordered anything off Tavour for months, but that's because and Steven knew this. I think I mentioned this probably years ago. You probably thought I was crazy at the time, but I bet you've come around to my side now. I was like, I don't want to order anything off Tavour when it's like 100+ degrees out. Because
right.
I know GLS or GSL, whatever, like they're such a bad shipping company. It's just going to sit. I know it's just going to sit in their super hot unair-conditioned warehouse, and then it's going to like sit in their super hot truck. Like, and they always deliver to me like last, because this is how it always happens. So it's been in like a truck. It's 110 degrees, but the back of the truck, it's like 140 degrees. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's worth it. But then in the winter, I'm like, okay, I'll order a bunch of stuff on Tavour.
Yeah, it's Tavour time now.
It's basically like the truck is refrigerated by nature of the winter. But I am pretty picky about that, because I think, you're right. A lot of styles are more resilient, but some of those hazy styles, like, they are kind of delicate.
Yeah, and I'm talking stuff I bought at like the bottle shop too.
Yeah. Well, they probably don't have a lot of control over the logistics and.
Yeah, but yeah, certainly, like, especially this summer here in Texas has been terrible. I mean, we've been over 100 degrees for so long now. Yeah, I can't even imagine getting a beer shipment. It would be ruined. For sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it.
So that's my new thing. I'm kind of like
drink hazies on tap.
Hazies on tap.
Oh, when you come, maybe we should just go to Moonraker.
Yeah. Hey, they have a new facility. Have you seen that?
No.
The Moonraker farmhouse.
Is it closer?
What they call it? It's a little closer, I think. It's in Cameron Park.
Oh, that is closer.
So just past El Dorado Hills.
Oh, maybe we should go there, dude. When's the last time you had Moonraker?
The Mill House. The Moonraker Mill House. It looks amazing. It's a really cool looking, like, new barn thing.
Yeah, where's the kitchen? Where's the other one?
Auburn. So, like, one's up 50, one's up 80, basically.
Yeah, this one's way closer. I mean, it's still like an hour away, but alright, we're adding it to the list. Yeah, this looks cool. It is just like a giant barn.
And this one's nice too because they have the kitchen. I think the other one just has, like, food trucks come.
Oh, yeah.
I remember right.
It's way better if they actually have food. Very cool. I did not know about this, but I have a baby, so I have made it to Blue Note, but I haven't been. An hour-long trip to a brewery is, her wake window is like two hours. Yeah.
Not really happening, huh?
Yeah, I know some people are better with children than I am, probably, but this is my first one. And
like getting out of the house with them?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe if we have another kid, we'll be like more proficient. But it just feels like, man, if we have to take her somewhere, it's like we got to bring like,
Yeah, you have to bring a lot of stuff.
So much gear.
It's true. And have a big diaper bag.
And then me and my wife are both like high anxiety, so we're like, we also don't want to be the people that have like the screaming baby because we'd be mortified. So
yeah, it's fine.
We gotta get over it. Yeah. All right, so I have another one actually. Do you want me to knock both of mine out?
Yeah, go for it.
I follow a local beer place. I talked about this last year, and I guess a year has gone by. That's insane. But they post on Instagram when they get cool beers. So they just got their shipment of Focal Banger and Heady Topper. So I'm gonna I'm risking it a little bit. I should just go like tomorrow, but I think
it might be okay.
I think it'll be okay because I think it came out the same thing like last year. It came out like on the weekend on a Saturday, and I went because I go into work on Tuesday and Thursday, and I just stopped. Actually, it's so funny. I stopped in. They don't open till like 9.
Oh.
So I went on in, which is kind of weird because they're like, it's just this random convenience store, but they get incredible beers. So it's like, oh, I'll just go on the way into work. Like all those places like that are open early usually because like they get those people on their way to work grabbing coffees and sodas and stuff like that. So I pull up, I park, I like go to the door, I'm like can't open it. I'm like, oh, it's closed. So I'll probably get it on the way back. But they have both Heady Topper and Focal Banger, and they had a lot last time. So I'm gonna go on Tuesday and try to get some heady topper. I don't think I'm going to get Focal Banger. Do you want me to get Focal Banger? Have you had Focal Banger?
No, I don't care. I haven't, but I don't care.
I was not impressed by Focal Banger. Heady topper blew my mind.
Yeah, I'd be more excited about trying the heady topper.
So I'm really pumped because they basically get crazy stuff like that. And I followed their Instagram like religiously. They still haven't gotten anything like Trillium or Treehouse. Those are the two like I really want to see pop up on there. But they do get an annual shipment of the Alchemist beers.
I think they've had some Trilliums there.
Have they?
I feel like they have.
All right, you need to text me if you see it.
Okay, I will.
I tried to check. They don't post that often. They post like once a week, I think. But yeah, they get some awesome beers. So hopefully, if you're lucky, Steven, there will be a couple 4-packs of Heady Topper here when you arrive.
That would be exciting.
Heck yeah.
I'm like planning my suitcase of like how I'm going to pack all my beers that I'm bringing through.
Well, I might have some for you to take home. So
yeah,
you can fill in the empty spots.
My beer mule
Yeah.
suitcase. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So maybe some Heady Topper in your future.
Yes.
Okay, I have a couple of things. I have a couple of Chicago beer newses.
Okay.
So there is a taproom opening in Chicago. It's the Guinness taproom. It's called the Open Gate.
Really?
Guinness Brewery, yes, in Chicago. And it's been kind of like delayed over and over. They were supposed to be open by St. Patrick's Day this year.
Okay.
And then there were just some construction and city permit delays and stuff, but they are opening on September 28th. But I thought that was interesting. I guess there's one outside of Baltimore as well. So this will be the second tap room in the United States for Guinness. And they are part of a larger liquor conglomerate called Diageo. That's who
Wait, really?
Guinness.
Is it DAIGO?
DIAGEO.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta look this up. This is crazy.
Hey, also, while you look that up, Constellation, right? They bought Ballast Point originally. So I didn't realize they own Meiomi, popular Pinot Noir wine. Have you had Meiomi?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's a super, super popular Pinot Noir. But one of the reasons it's so popular, I guess, is because it's very like sweet and juice-like.
Oh, okay.
Which is apparently what Constellation has done to it. So it was more of a respected wine, and then since being bought by Constellation, it's popular still, but it's popular in like a bad way.
Yeah. It's like they kind of ruined it.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was funny because they do that to every single thing they buy.
Yeah, I mean then that's kind of why that didn't work out for them. It is very interesting, and I mean it was probably a different culture back then, but like if you buy a brand because they're doing really well, it's really weird to buy them and then like immediately like walk into the kitchen and changing everything. It's like that's not how that works. Like, and I feel like, well, we've noticed. I mean, we talked about it before, but like a lot of brands are divesting themselves of craft beer lately. But after that Constellation debacle, basically, we did notice that when larger conglomerates buy brands, they were letting them do their own thing. Like, there's a reason they're successful and you bought them. Just let them keep doing what they're good at.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to second guess them. But yeah, so DIAGEO. I don't know how to say it. Daigo, maybe? They own a ton of Scotch whiskey. A ton of brands. They've aggressively purchased a bunch. So that's so funny. I didn't know they owned Guinness.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at their website right now. Yeah, and they say they own Guinness, but then if you click on our brands, they have a whole Scotch whiskey like section. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they opened a new tasting room. So they pour like Guinness, and do they pour other beers there as well, or?
I think they are gonna have a few other.
Does Guinness still make that light beer? They had the blonde at one time.
Yeah, I think there probably will be a few different versions of Guinness, and then they're going to offer some other local beers. There's a corn cream ale from a local Illinois County brewery that they're going to serve. So it'll be Guinness and a few other things. And then they're also going to have a bakery and coffee as well. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then the other Chicago news is that the Goose Island Bourbon County brand Stout lineup came out for 2023.
Is it time? What are they making?
Yeah, so they release them on Black Friday. That's when they come out. But they've announced the lineup.
What's the lineup? Tell me.
The variations.
Are they doing a Coca-Cola one again?
No.
Dang it! I wanted that one.
So there will be of course, the flagship.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12 months in Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill, Four Roses, and Wild Turkey barrels. And then you've got the Eagle Rare 2-year reserve.
Okay.
Version, and then they've got a Angel's Envy 2-year cask finish.
Interesting.
So that will be spent a year in former Angel's Envy bourbon barrels, and then another year of aging in Ruby Port wine barrels.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So it says culminating in a stout with notes of cherry, spice, and cocoa.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Port is delicious if you like port.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. Then there's the Bananas Foster.
Oh,
Stout.
dude. That's... Okay, never mind. I retract my statement. That's the one I want.
So that one's brewed with...
Did they use Thai bananas?
I don't know. It just says real banana.
Questionable.
Banana, 3 types of almonds, cassia bark, and other natural flavors, it says. So that one would be probably pretty good. There's another one called Backyard Stout. That one was aged in rye barrels and made with mulberry.
Interesting.
So bourbon barrel aged stout with notes of chocolate, vanilla, and berry fruit. And then they finished it with mulberries, boysenberries, and Marion berries.
Okay.
Very berry forward stout there. Then the Proprietor's Stout is brewed with rice, raisins, cassia bark, and other natural flavors intended to invoke the taste of a rich rice pudding. So a little bit of like a cinnamon, rice, spiced raisin kind of thing going on there.
Interesting. Wow, that's a lot. I feel like they usually only do 4, but...
Yeah, so that comes, that's 6.
Okay.
So regular, Eagle Rare, Angel's Envy, Bananas, Backyard, and Proprietor's Stout.
Alright, I'll definitely be getting... The nice thing about this is I feel like they must make a lot, because a lot of times these are available on like Total Wine and Bevmo.
Yeah, you just watch out for them, you can find them.
I'm definitely going to try to get... I always like the original. I love the... I mean, it's very sweet, but I love the original, so I'll try to get that. But that Bananas Foster and that... What was the one with the berries? Was it the Backyard?
Yeah, the Backyard.
Those two sound very appealing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah, so they will be, like I said, they'll be out on Black Friday. So after that, kind of watch out for them.
Yeah,
they got them like in my local grocery store.
Yeah, they go fast, but it's funny because they're like available, but they do go fast.
So that's Chicago beer news if anyone's interested. Yeah, I love that I love that it's getting... I think it's better distribution now for that. I think they used to be much harder to get, and the people do still like... It's a whole thing on Black Friday, a whole lineup, lining up to get them at
the brewery.
At the brewery, yeah. So it's a whole thing on Chicago, and it's cold.
We should try to go one year to the release.
It would be fun. It is pretty fun, I guess.
I don't know. There's something about the Goose Island bourbon barrel because it's the first bourbon barrel stout. So it's so good. The
history is there for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's my grail or something, or it's like the thing that inspired all the beers I like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean I've had it, but it'd be really cool to go to the source.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
The Fieldwork collab.
Oh yeah, so I was super excited when I saw this because I'm not close. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter to me anymore, but Fieldworks Salted Watermelon is just like one of those beers I look to see if they make every year and when is it going to come out. And so they finally, I don't know, I felt like it was pretty early one year, like the year we got it. I think it must have been early because every year since then it's been like late August when it finally comes out, but finally released. And then they also, when they announced that, they also announced a collaboration with 21st Amendment Brewing, who have famously made watermelon wheat beer called Hell or High Watermelon.
Yes.
Very, very, very...
I love that beer.
Highly rated fruit wheat beer. Yeah, yeah. And they did a collaboration with them, and Fieldworks, one of their flagship IPAs is called Pulp. It's like a hazy IPA. They made a watermelon pulp collaboration with 21st Amendment. So I thought that was pretty cool. I might maybe sneak into Fieldwork and see if they're still pouring either of those beers.
Well, so I don't know about this collab, but it's so funny that you mentioned this because I actually have a story about the Fieldwork Watermelon Goza. My wife did get down to Monterey with some friends for an overnight. So I was on baby duty, so that was pretty scary. It was my first alone baby duty, but everything went fine.
Nice.
And she wanted to go drink some good beer, so she's texting me like, "Oh, we're at Fieldwork," and I didn't know they do have I don't know if they brew there, but they at least have a tasting room or something in Monterey. So she's texting me like, "What should I get? What should I get?" And I was like, "What's on their menu?" And they had the watermelon goza. And I was like, "They have the watermelon goza." I was like, "You have to drink the watermelon goza. It's like they only make it once a year. It's so good." So it was so like just good timing that she was in the tasting room while they were pouring it. But dang, I wish I had known about this collab because I would have told her to get that too. But
did she like it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame they only make it once a year because.
Yeah. Well, did you? I don't know. I think I did text you. I found 2 cans of briny melon.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you texted me the picture.
Yeah, I was so excited. I mean, they must have had more at some point because they had these 2 cans, and I'm so mad I missed it. But I got the last 2 cans in the store, and they were gone the day.
Wow.
It will not stick around.
No.
And which is so funny for me because again, there's not a lot of beers where I'm gonna drink it, where I drink multiple of them. You know, I'm just not gonna go through a 4-pack of beer of the same beer very quickly. No, briny melon gone. It's
funny.
So I drink it and I'm like, oh man.
Well, remember, I have 2 stories about briny melon. One, we did the blind tasting at your house. Where we tasted 4. We tasted 4 watermelon gozas, blind tasted them. And
that included Fieldworks.
It did.
Watermelon. Yeah.
Oh, it did. You're right. Yeah, so briny melon is better. It's better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's the best.
It is the best. So that's the first story. The second story is long ago, I'm betraying how long we've been into craft beer. It only came in bombers, and they only made it once a year. And I got all my friends into it. It was my buddy Ryan. He was at Total Wine, and he just texted me or maybe it was you. Someone texted me a picture of the 6-pack of cans, and I was just like, "What? They're canning it now?"
Finally made it to the cans.
Yeah, it's part of their regular lineup. Because for a long time, for a couple of years, you could only get it in the huge bombers, which was awesome. But because it's a goza, so you can kind of drink a bomber and get away with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I was so excited when they started canning it.
It's funny because I can almost always get the Framboise Rosé version.
That one's okay.
But it's my least favorite.
Yeah. It's all about the watermelon and the plain one, which you never see.
Yes. Yeah, the plain you just don't see anymore at all. I want to say, maybe I dreamed this up, but I think they're making a peach version too now.
I think so. They make a cherry version. They make a lot of versions.
Oh yeah. The cherry's okay too.
Yeah.
I don't love that one either.
I was really excited about the cherry because the cherry's my favorite adjunct, but it's all about the watermelon.
Yeah. It's the salted cherry doesn't quite work as well.
Yeah, it's not good for the goza.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, that was a little watermelon tangent there.
we got really excited.
Well, we don't really have to go too much into this for time, but Great American Beer Festival,
which we're not going to for the first.
Yeah.
Well, so we didn't go the years they didn't have it.
Yeah.
So we didn't really miss
one. We've been since.
Yeah. So this is the first
since
year.
We started going. We've gone every year. Yeah.
So we're not going this year, but Steven's coming to visit me instead.
Yeah. It's gonna be even better.
We're doing Jason's Beer Fridge Beer Festival.
Well, and then the other thing too.
And what you're bringing.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that 2 weeks later, the Texas Craft Brewers Festival, and it was gonna be too much to do both of those festivals in the same month. And
so you are going to the Texas one?
I'm going to the Texas one. Yeah,
nice.
This is the first year I'm going to that. I've missed it the last few years. Some of my friends have gone.
What city?
And it's in Austin.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so pretty close, and yeah, it should be fun. I'm hoping by then it cools down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it is outside, but it should be fun.
The beer list is out, right?
Yeah. So I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but Texas Brewery Festival laws are weird.
Oh, that's right. We have talked about this.
And you have to have tickets.
They have tickets. Yeah.
Yeah. You get like 10 tickets, which is like 10
Pours?
beer tastings.
Yeah.
And then you can like buy more tickets past that.
Gotcha.
For I don't know how much a ticket, but
man, it wasn't really free in Texas.
I know, right? But if you buy the VIP ticket, you get in 2 hours before everyone else.
Right.
And apparently they don't really take your tickets for those 2 hours. So just get in. If you get a VIP ticket, it's only worth it if you get a VIP ticket.
Are you going VIP then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, one of my coworkers, he just got on and bought tickets for everybody, and we just paid him so that like we would for sure get them because we just bought like a group of them. So it'll be fun. We should have a fairly decent group of like 10 people.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
Around, yeah.
What are you looking forward to on the list there?
So there's a few sours I'm pretty excited about. Actually, Martin House is going to be pouring their Miss Marmalade, which I've had, which is their orange sour, but it's very, very good. So always fun to get that one. There's another Hawaiian Sunset. It's like a tropical Berliner Weiss from Man Overboard Brewing. That sounds good. Of course, Zilker will be there. Their hazies are amazing. My number one beer, this is why I hope it's not too hot, and the one beer that I have to get no matter what, no one is stopping me, is Pumpkinator from St. Arnold Brewing. Their pumpkin stout.
Oh, nice.
I still have yet to drink that beer, and
I'm actually surprised because it seems like you should be able to get it. You're close to the brewery.
I should, but like, it's in Houston, so I think if you go maybe closer there, it's a little bit easier. But usually, some of the liquor stores get it here, and it just depends. Like, you just have to keep calling them and asking them.
And it does sell out really fast when they get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a 2013, a 2015, and a 2021 vintage there, apparently.
Wait, really? They're going to have a 2013?
They're going to have a 10-year vintage.
Yeah. Wow.
So I really am
dude,
excited
you have to
do
try that. Try the vertical.
Yeah.
That is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if I've even ever had a 10-year-old beer.
No, I don't think I ever have. That's really cool they do that. There was when we went to Kauai, there's like one brewery on Kauai. Kauai is very small. There actually might be two, but we went to the Kauai Brewing Company and they made a barley wine every year, and they sold the vertical because they would keep. So I tried the three, like the current year, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago. But yeah, I've never tried anything 10 years old. That's going to be cool. Especially if you try it side by side with the other ones.
Yes.
Because then you'll really be able to experience like what the time does to it.
Exactly.
And it might be bad, to be honest. Like
that isn't, it's not within, it is within the realm of possibilities that it could be terrible. Like, 10 years is
10 years
too
is too
long.
many years, yeah.
So that should be fun, though. So
that's exciting.
That's my number one is getting.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And that may be something that they only pour like timed.
Yeah, you'll have to look into that.
So
they probably don't have a lot of it if it's 10 years old.
The other brewery, one of the things I think I will enjoy about this beer festival is that there are, beers made by these breweries here in Texas. They're local. Many of them very local to me, but again, it's sometimes just nice to just try stuff instead of have to buy it and drink.
No, totally.
I like sampling stuff. So Blue Owl is kind of one of those breweries. So they make everything sour.
Only sours.
Only sour.
Cool.
So they have sour stout, sour IPAs, sour everything. They make all the styles, but they sour them all. So
I like that.
So you can understand how there's a lot of wins, but there's a lot of
misses.
Losses.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where it's like buying multiple of that is like it's very, very.
No, that'll be nice. You can just try.
It's a big gamble. Yeah. So they have one. It's called White Tiger's Blood. It's pineapple, banana, and cinnamon sour wit beer.
What?
Yeah. So the wheat beer is gonna have some banana notes to it anyway, so they're gonna play that up with actual banana and then pineapple and cinnamon. So it should be weird. It's gonna be weird.
That sounds wild.
Yeah. They also have a Tahitian lime pie milkshake sour IPA. Milkshake sour IPA. I had a milkshake IPA from them, sour, that was lime and coconut, and it was terrible. It tasted like cleaner.
Really?
Like floor cleaner mixed with suntan lotion.
That's not good.
So, it'll be interesting to see. So that will be fun, is trying some of the more experimental stuff. There's like a lime cucumber goza from Oak Island Brewery that might be fun to try. So the sours will be fun. There's going to be some good hazy IPAs and some fun experimental stuff. So that's what I'm mostly, and it should be, like I said, a big group of people. So it's going to be a little wild. It'll be fun.
Very cool. No, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Apparently, you get towards the end of the festival and people are giving away tickets and stuff because they don't want to taste any more beers. So it usually works out. But the VIP is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, you'll be ahead of the game with that because you can try all the things you want to try and there'll be less lines. And then by the time it becomes the ticket time, you'll probably already have knocked out what you wanted to try.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the Great American Beer Festival list that we're going to miss on?
Yeah, this is called our FOMO list.
Yeah. Well, it's not even fear of missing out. We will be missing out.
Yeah, actually, what's funny is that, we always look at this list before we go, and I barely ever even scratch the surface of everything I think I'm going to try. So I guess in that sense, it's not a whole lot different than when I go.
Yeah.
I still actually miss out on a lot of stuff.
No, there's too much stuff. Yeah. Well, we always make aggressive plans, and then we never try everything we plan to try.
Yeah. Well, you get distracted walking to the thing you're trying.
No, 100%. You do.
Planned on getting.
Or something kicks before you get there. Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting though is I'm seeing a lot of non-alcoholic stuff and seltzers. Going to be a lot of seltzers being poured.
Boo.
Tell me how you really feel.
That's how I really feel.
Oh my goodness.
But you did send me the Wild Work list, and that broke my heart.
That was kind of the first one. I kind of perused the list, and there's obviously stuff on there that oh yeah, I want to try that one, that'd be cool. But when I got to WeldWorks, which is at the bottom of the list, of course, I was like, oh yeah, that would be one of the first stops for sure.
Well, I have 2 Medionice reserves in my fridge that we're drinking both, Steven.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I might have one too.
We're not messing around because no one else can appreciate them except you.
Yeah.
My beer fridge is going to be empty when you leave.
Well, while we're drunk at your house, we'll start a new Tavour box for you.
Yes. We'll be drunk buying on Tavour. Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay, so this WeldWorks list, though, is wacky. They're going to have this sweet and sour cream cheese Rangoon beer.
That sounds insane.
Wacky.
That's like that boba beer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. And then, okay, have you heard about this Amberana trend in bourbon, I guess?
No.
It's aging it in this Amberana barrels. I guess it's some Brazilian wood.
Oh, cool. I love bourbon, but I'm not that connected to the scene.
Yeah, it's very, very, very trendy right now, I guess. I think with hardcore bourbon-ites, they're kind of over it because it's gimmicky.
It's gimmicky, yeah.
But anyway, one of their Medianoches is an Amberana Vanilla Noir, so it's a bit, bit aged in these Amberana bourbon barrels or whatever. So
that's cool.
So might be cool. Yeah, I guess it gives a lot of cherry and vanilla notes to it. I think.
Ooh, I like that.
So yeah, it might be really good. And then this tropical Medianoche, I don't know what that entails. Probably a pineapple, maybe a pineapple coconut Medianoche. That would be fantastic.
Dude, all of them are good. I remember they had 4 variants last year when we went, and every single one of them was delicious.
Yeah, the variants at the beer festival were fantastic. Yeah. That other half one, the Otra Noche or whatever with the bananas. Oh yeah.
That's the one I think I have.
You have an Otra Noche?
I think I do. Steven's eyes just became sauce.
No, you don't.
Wait, let me check what I have. I have a good one, Steven. He's like, you don't have it. I'm gonna look. I'm looking right now. Hold on. Oh, by the way, you know what else I have that we're drinking?
What's that?
Assembled Armor.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yep. I've been thinking about that one for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna die. You better bring those pills.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Wait, hold on. No, I don't have that one.
Okay.
I have the regular one. I have Starry.
Ah, yeah, okay, Starry Noche.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought I had the Ultra.
You had me there for a second.
Had you in the first half. Yeah, so the Great American Beer Festival list, it looks pretty good. We're going to be sad to miss it this year, but we should be diversifying what we go to. So actually one fun fact is that I don't know if it's coming back, but there was a brewery in Davis that would always host the local beer fest. And
Oh, yeah.
They
Sudwork,
but they closed, but they've reopened the restaurant.
Oh.
So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna start doing the beer fest again. Actually, I should email them or call them and just see if they're interested in doing it, because that's really fun because it's local. I mean, I don't live in that town anymore, so the best part about it was I could walk there.
Yeah.
So I'd walk there and then enjoy the fest and then walk home, which was amazing. But yeah. I should see. That'd be really cool if they do it again, because they used to get some cool stuff. That's actually where I first had the New Glarus red. The Belgian red. Yeah, the cherry beer.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we talked about like maybe doing Fobab.
Yes,
in Chicago, which
I
is
want to
the
do that one.
Festival of barrel-aged beers.
I think that would be my dream come true.
Yeah, I think you would be in heaven for sure.
Yeah, we gotta do some different
There's a few other beer festivals I think we could probably try and do instead of the Great American Beer Festival. The other thing too, like honestly, going to Denver and doing some of the other stuff, like just going to different breweries in Denver.
Yeah.
And surrounding areas is actually pretty fun too. So, one more thing. I just happen to be scrolling up on this list. Sierra Nevada is pouring Otra Vez at the
new
festival.
formulation.
Yeah, the new one. I'd still probably be sitting there and
you'd still be disappointed.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed.
They're never gonna make that original formulation again. I don't know why.
At least I could tell them.
I know. Tell them to their face.
Yeah.
It's them and Lagunitas.
That's what
you know what we should start doing? I'm going to start messaging Lagunitas with our Attenuation Instagram podcast account every single day. I'm just going to write, bring back Aunt Sally.
Yeah.
Smiley face. Every day until they do.
If you do it, we will promote it on the podcast, okay?
Yes.
It'd be worth it. It's worth their while.
Oh, Miss Aunt Sally. That beer was so good.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, should we wrap it, Steven? Our random
let's wrap
episode?
it. Yeah.
So this is episode 99 of Attenuation of Beer podcast. My name is Jason. I'm joined by my best friends from 8th grade, Steven.
That's me.
And we will be joining you next week. Well, I don't know when these are going to release. Live. Yeah. Steven's coming to visit me, so we'll be recording together. It'll be just like
episode
old
100.
times. 100. We don't have a topic
celebration.
yet. I think it should be like
it's just gonna be
drinking all the best beers in my fridge / reminiscing over our favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like it.
So you have a couple days. Steven just listen to all 100 episodes.
Yeah.
And write down your favorites.
I can at least get a couple to listen to on the plane.
And then let me know which ones are your favorites.
Okay, cool.
And I'll do the same.
I remember every minute of every single podcast, so it'll be easy.
All right, cheers, buddy.
All right, cheers.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Attenuation, a beer podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Instagram or Facebook for more fun content. Catch you next week. Cheers!